Good Erev Shabbos, a good Erev Yontif. We're embarking now on the Yontif of Shvi Shal Pesach, which was Kriyas Yamsuf. Klal Yisrael sung Shira by the Yam, and we're told that what the Shivcha, the maidservant, saw at the Yamsuf, at the crossing of the Yamsuf, was greater nevuah, the greater prophecy even than what Yecheskel ben Buzi, the greatest of the Nevi'im, had seen. How are we meant to understand that? What's the connection of Kriyas Yamsuf to Zavig Zvugim, the Avodah HaKadosh Baruch Hu? And I believe that the message is so simple. You see, what happened was when Klal Yisrael reached the Yam, they were surrounded on all sides, except for the water in front of them, by the Egyptians, their taskmasters. They feared total and utter abyss and destruction, or drowning at the sea. And one person stepped forward, Nachshon ben Aminadav, and as soon as he put his feet and got up to his neck in the water, miraculously the sea split. And at that point, you see, Klal Yisrael had given up on all extraneous factors. They weren't armed, they didn't have guns, they didn't have knives, they didn't have weapons. They had all the rechush, all the wealth that they took out of Mitzrayim, but they didn't have anything else. They had nowhere else to turn to. They couldn't rely on themselves. They couldn't even rely on Moshe Rabbeinu at that point. They literally, each and every person, gave up totally, and they looked up at HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and they said, "Vayaminu b'Hashem Moshe Avdoi." At that point, they had nowhere else to turn but HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That is the secret for all Yeshuas Hashem, Rabbi Isai. If you have legal problems, if you have financial problems, if you have health problems, Rahman al-Itzlan, nobody should have any problems. But unfortunately, we go through life, and the vicissitudes of life bring us challenges which are growth opportunities. All the challenges we face are opportunities for growth through adversity. That's how we grow. When we face those challenges, we could turn to doctors, we could turn to lawyers, we could turn to financial advisors. Tachlis, who do we need to turn to? Bottom line is, we have to turn to only one source. We have to give up on every extraneous factor. Chassidus, the Sifrei Chassidus teach us, when we give up on all extraneous factors and we take our faith and we totally can cast it in the Rebbeinu Shalom exclusively, only, solely, Hashleich al Hashem Yavacha. As soon as we take our burden and we throw it off our shoulder and we cast it to the Rebbeinu Shalom, V'hu Yichalka Lecha, that's when HaKadosh Baruch Hu will carry us. What happened at the Kriyas Yamsuf for Rabbi Yisai was Klal Yisrael had nowhere to turn. And Bal Karcha, by force, Klal Yisrael casted all of its faith in only HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And at that point, Yeshuas Hashem Ke'erefayin. That is the secret to getting out of any tzara. Vayaminu b'Hashem Moshe Avdai. Immediately, as soon as we put our faith in the Rebbeinu Shalom, the pasuk tells us, right then and there, Yashir, we were able to sing Shira. And that's also the secret to Shidduchim, to finding the Richtige Zivug. Instead of relying on these Shadchanim and those Shadchanim, yeah, we all have to make Ishtadlis, but there's a limit. And then we put our faith totally in the Rebbeinu Shalom. We say, Rebbeinu Shalom, Tata in Himmel, Father in heaven, I've tried everything. I went here, I went there, I went here, I went there. Only you can bring that Yeshua. Boom! And then there's the Pritza of the Kira Barzel. That's when the major breakthrough happens and HaKadosh Baruch Hu takes over and brings us the Yeshua that we need. May it be the will of the Rebbeinu Shalom that Klal Yisrael be zeicha to takasiya Giluya Shechina greater than Kriyas Yamsuf. We should see our Chatufim return home without any further pain or suffering immediately. We should see our Chayalim all return home safely, Sholem, Bari, Vesholem, quickly before even Yontif starts. And we should all be delivered with the personal Yeshuas that we need, the Shidduchim, the Parnasa, the Hatzlacha, the Shmira from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and most importantly, the Geula Kroiva, Mashiach Tzidkenu, B'mehera V'yameinu. Have a wonderful, wonderful Shabbos and a wonderful Yontif.